Welcome to the Bird Gang Nation Sports Media Show, repping the greatest team of all time. Let's go! Bird Gang 31, he be the host with the most. We going deep, burning teams. They ain't nothing but toast. It's in your rest there. Sirianni put me in coach, running like Miles Sanders till I bumped my head on the post. Touchdown! Yeah, that's coming. Devontae's crazy route running. Jalen hurting them, throwing lasers to Rager, young gunning. Come on! On the D side, we ride, sack him with Fletcher, lay him out on the stretcher. No one can protect you. Watch Darius lay him, shutting down your routes. Come on! In my green John, eating Philly cheesesteaks. Put up your cups, wings up, if you can relate. Tailgating at the link like Gans and Stride. To the Bird Gang Nation, that's worldwide. On Sundays, catch the pre and post game. Mondays is Birds on Broad Street with Philly Notion and Cool Cat, the man in motion. And Wednesdays, the midweek special got you open with JC from Eagles Talk, hitting like B-Dog, baby.
Grand Rising, everyone. Welcome to another episode with Bird Gang 31. I hope everybody's feeling a lot better after that loss yesterday. Good morning, everybody. Grand Casir, what's up, my guy? Got my coffee ready too. Jinx Wolf, how you doing? He said to feel but about to go live too. Maybe they can push their show back. Right? That's funny. Don, what's up, my guy? How you doing? He said we'll come back stronger next year. Watch with the Eagles pause. That's true that. What up, Richard? How you doing, my guy? Yeah, man, I was just up early this morning. I was listening to some podcasts last night. If you guys missed late Birds on the Line last night, we had a 5-hour stream. It was awesome, debating on, who's at fault, who's at blame, what does the Eagles need to do next. And, I just wanted to get out here and talk to you guys and see how you guys are feeling after their loss. Now you had a day to go to sleep, wake back up, and, see how you feel about the situation. My opinion still haven't changed. I believe we went into that playoff game unprepared. The coaches were not prepared. The players were not prepared. The talent level on this roster wasn't as good as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that's just a true fact, I thought with all the injuries that we should have been able to play a little bit better of a game. But you can't beat a number one rushing team in the league and decide not to run the ball. That was never going to work out. I think that was a bad decision by Sirianni. And, we paid for that. So at the end of the day, we did good. We did what most people didn't think we can do. We made it to the playoffs. We had a winning record. Our quarterback did better than our former quarterback last year. So those are all pluses for the Eagles moving forward. Our defense, I think, let's start out with who I blame, what I'm saying, is that who gets the most to blame for yesterday's loss. And I just got to say that it was a team loss. Our special teams were garbage. Our freaking offense was garbage. Our defense played good the second half, but the first half they were garbage. Coming into that game, everybody knew that we had to start fast, especially on defense. We were letting suspect quarterbacks move the ball on us. We were letting any quarterback, any offense move the ball on us early, and get up on the point spread. And just because they were, less qualified teams, we were able to come out of that and get those W's. But, against the Bucs, the world champions, that was just not in the cards. We couldn't do that, and everybody knew that coming into the game. What up, BLSG? How you doing? We knew we couldn't start out slow like that, and we did anyway. I know everybody wants to put everything on Hurts, you know, and you guys know I'm a huge Hurts supporter. But at the same time, he had a bad game. Another one, you know, worst time for it, and people definitely aren't gonna have his back after playing like that. But at the same time, you know, it wasn't all on Hurts. It's like I said, it was a team effort. It took all 22 starters and bench players to lose that game yesterday. I know you could say we held them to 17 points, but holding them to 17 points in the first half and then making adjustments to get better is not what you do to win playoff football games. You can't give Tom Brady a 17-point cushion, and that goes for the offense and the defense. People are like, what the defense was supposed to do? They're supposed to stop them. Stop them. Short field, long field, whatever. Your job as defense is to stop them from putting points on the board. And he said, I feel embarrassed yesterday that we got blown out 31-0 into the third quarter. This was crazy. I snapped through this. Yeah, exactly. It was very frustrating to see. Like you can't do stuff like that. It's just not. It's not going to win football games. They were well coached. They outcoached our coaches, and the players outplayed our players. And that's the simple fact. At the end of the day, there's no excuses for nobody. Nobody's getting no hall pass. The Eagles need to do better this offseason. We need to go out and get some players to help this offense and defense get better. He said we weren't prepared. Yes, we definitely wasn't prepared. I kind of feel like, maybe it would have been better. He said, "What? Maybe it would have been better if we had to play Week 18 to let these guys go out there and play another good team before we go into the playoffs, instead of leaving that last Washington game as being our last game before we went into the playoffs and played a real football team. Maybe that would have been a better move for the Eagles, but it didn't happen that way, and it is what it is." He said, "You and One Trey brought up some good points. Why did they wait so long to play Scott, and where was Howard? Love how Miles, but he was used too much." No, I don't think how. I think it's crazy how Miles came back from a you know surgery on his hand, and he didn't get the ball but 2 times in the first quarter. For me, point blank period. If you're a coach, you're putting your best players in the best situation possible to win a football game. You run the ball. We're the number one rush team in the league. And I don't care nothing about everybody who want to cry about, oh, they're stacked the box against us. We couldn't run. You can't say we couldn't have did something that we didn't try. We did a couple of RPOs to the outside, read options, but we didn't run that ball up the middle like we should have ran. We should have lined up and played some football. And there's no excuses for that. Everybody knew all year long the games where we ran the ball 3 or less times in the first half, or 3 or less times in the first quarter, those were games Jalen Hurts struggles. The games we run the ball 3 or more times in the first quarter are the games that Jalen Hurts thrives in. You got to build a rhythm with this offense. You got set it up a lot better. We can't just do these rinky-dink screen passes, some RPOs to the outside, and then expect things to go good. Then penalties, where did that come from? Eagles have nearly played a perfect game. Exactly, man. We've been not getting penalties for a while now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a while. We went back to our old ways. Back to week 2 through 5, week 2 through 6. Like penalties, not running the ball, passing the ball a lot, and we kept going 3 and out, giving Tom Brady the ball back. He says, I blame Hurts in the office. They do get blamed, Jeans. We talked about this yesterday. They get a lot of blame. You should be able to put some points up. If the Jets can put up points against the Buccaneer defense, the Eagles offense should have definitely put up some points against the Buccaneer defense, but it didn't happen. He said, I had to blame Jonathan Gannon for our defense in the first half because we didn't blitz at all against the Bucs. Exactly. And I'm 100% with you on that one. We didn't blitz. We didn't get pressure to him. He was nickel and diming us all the way down the field. He had 2 long drives for touchdowns in the first quarter, and that's defense. The fact that they had all them players out, no AB, no Godwin, no freaking Fournette, another running back out, and the right tackle got hurt in the first quarter. All that, and you couldn't be smart enough to put Darius Slay on Evans the whole game. You had linebackers block guarding Evans. You had Maddox, who's 5'9" or 5'8", something like that. You know, guarding a 6 foot something Evans, and that's never going to work. That's why Evans lit us up all yesterday. Slay should have been on him from the jump. Slay should have followed him all around the field, and that should have been Slay's guy the whole time. Worry about Gronk and those other boys. Let them beat you. But our defense coordinator definitely didn't do that. And bring some pressure. What was the point of having all these good games where we're bringing pressure, showing out, showing up, and then you're not going to do it in the beginning of the game? That don't make any sense. And this coverage defense, I hope Gannon gets a head coaching job somewhere, because I am so sick of this prevent defense. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to work. It's not what kind of football we need to be playing here in Philadelphia. We need to get back to aggressive attack style defense. That's going to help us win some more football games. So we need the talent too. Don't get me wrong. We definitely need some new linebackers. TJ Edwards had a good season, but he's not an elite linebacker. We need an elite linebacker to run Gannon's scheme. We might need two of them. So until we get that defense is going to be suspect at best. What up, Nate? He said we abandoned the run game. Exactly. How can you be the number one rushing team and not run the ball? Like you're going away from your strength to try to get cute in the playoffs against Tom Brady, defending champions. Come on now. That makes no sense at all. That was complete trash, complete garbage of a coaching decision. You got to play to your strengths, and we definitely didn't do that yesterday. I didn't think Philly had that strong pass rush. But I didn't think Philly don't have strong pass rushers. They got good pass rushers, but they need better. And not having a stud linebacker, another starting corner, and a stud free safety showed. Facts. And that's all facts, man. We need some better players on defense, for sure. We definitely need some better players on defense. Jalen did miss Smith twice to be wide open, because I watched the play over and over again. Yeah, Philly Ace. I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts didn't make no mistakes. I told you he had a horrible game. But at the same time, it's always easier for us as fans to look at the game from our TV perspective, not understanding the play progressions, not knowing who's Jalen's first, second, or third read. All we see is a wide open guy, and we're wondering why he's not throwing the ball. Now, does he need to get better than that? At that? Yes, of course. He definitely needs to get better at that. But those are things that come with time. You need to let a guy, be more than 1 year in the system. Let him come back next year. If he comes back next year doing the same type of stuff, then I can say let's go look for a different quarterback, because he obviously didn't grow and he's not that guy. But for his first year starting, look, guys, for his first year starting, Jalen Hurts is the 13th overall quarterback out of 32 starting quarterbacks in the NFL. Jalen Hurts is 13th overall. You know what I'm saying? 13th. If the guy was 20th, if the guy was 29th, if the guy was 27th, I can understand all the gripe. But for his first year starting in a new system, 13th overall is not bad. I'll take it. Because I know that there's room for improvement. I know that he's a playmaker, and I know he's going to work his butt off this offseason to get better. So, I think everybody kind of got relaxed on that. He missed some throws. Receivers dropped some passes. There was receivers stopped running full speed on a lot of routes. There's a couple of times Quest threw that. He threw that one to Quest. He dropped. Quest acted like he wasn't even looking for the ball. He threw 2 deep bombs to Quest, and Quest pulled up before he even got to the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Jalen Hurts is expecting you to be the speedster that you are, running full speed down the field, where all he had to do is throw it deep. Just like when we had Deshaun Jackson. Quarterbacks was literally dropping back and just throwing as far as they can, because they knew Deshaun Jackson was in full stride, and he was going to make it no matter how far he threw the ball. He's going to make it and go catch it and make a big play. I've seen Quest pull up on his routes 2 to 3 times at least yesterday, and that's unacceptable by anybody. I don't want to hear the argument about, oh, well, if you keep missing me, why do I want to keep running full speed? Because that's just trash. You're an NFL receiver. You get paid to get open and make plays. Do your job. Do your job. We always want to critique the little things, but we got to realize it's a team sport. Everybody, all 11 on that offense, have to be in one chord, or it's not going to run smoothly. Cornerbacks play 5 yards off, shake my head. Exactly. This little off defense you got, That's for the Birds. If you don't think our cornerbacks are good enough to play man-to-man, then go get your number one cornerback to go on alongside with Darius Slay his last couple of years and while he's on our team. Go get another big stud cornerback and put over there. Nelson's not the guy. He's not. I think Nelson would be a good third cornerback for our team. The whole team gets the blame and coaches, but I didn't expect us to really win, especially playing defense the way we do. We could play any of these playoff teams. You can't win in the playoffs. Facts. And that's more talent in coaching. We don't have the rosters. You think of all the big top flight offenses, man. These guys got three number one receivers, a good tight end, good line, good running back. Defense got stud linebackers, cornerbacks. You know what I'm saying? Their team is built for it. The playoffs. It took teams a while to get this way. You can knock on the door all you want, but you ain't going to go deep in that playoffs if your team and your coaching staff's not ready for it. Nick Sirianni did the same shit last time we played Brady. Both the guys did, to be honest. JG and Nick came with the same game plan, thinking this time around it was going to work. He said, Brady, we want to have a shootout with him, knowing we are a run-first offense. Also rely on stopping Dallas Goedert so much. It's very frustrating. Exactly. Dallas Goedert should not be your number one target every down. I love Dallas. He's a good tight end. But Devontae Smith, the only qualified receiver, like he's the only one I can sit here and say is a good receiver, and he still got work to do with his game. Quest is the number 3. Rager's the number shouldn't even be on the field until he developed. And none of those other guys qualify as top flight receivers, It's a big deal to have elite receivers. Why do you think the teams go out and do it? Look at Arizona. They had Hopkins. They went out and got A.J. Green. They had Kurt. They drafted Rondale Moore, even having those guys. And then they had another guy over there, too, that was balling out. Dallas, they got Amari. They got freaking Lamb. They had Gallup. They got Wilson. Like, these are all 4 legit receivers going out there making plays for their quarterback. It's not always about a perfect pass, guys. It's about having receivers that's going to make sure they go make the play. You see the Niners yesterday. Deebo Samuels is a beast, but Ayuk was making plays. Having Benjamin's on their team making plays. And he's a tight end. He was out of the league for a while, but these guys want to make plays. It's your heart as a receiver to go, and it's your job as a receiver to go make the play. If the ball's in the area, I don't want to hear about it touched your hands and you didn't catch the ball. Many missed Smith and Watkins wide open more than once. That's true. I'm not saying, listen, guys, I'm not saying Jalen don't miss throws. That's completely ridiculous. What I am saying is he has room to grow, and he made a lot of throws yesterday, too. When I rewatch the tape, everybody can go on YouTube and watch the highlight. It actually cuts the game down to 15 freaking minutes, and you can see that Jalen was hitting people. He was hitting Goddard on the sideline. He was hitting Quez on comebacks. He was hitting some people. He had 250 yards. He did not hit people. He had 26 completions. He was hitting them. But at the same time, he got to make the big ones. And like I said, there are a couple of drops, and there was some time these receivers stopped running. And you can't have either one of those. Facts. So we need a stud player on defense. We need a couple of stud players on defense. If I was them, depending on what they do in free agency, and we're going to be breaking down free agency, we're going to be breaking down the draft. We're going to have a couple of new shows on the network, and I'm going to have a couple of new shows I'm going to be doing with other people to break all this down for the Eagles and the rest of the NFL. So be on the lookout for that, because we're going to break this stuff down. We're going to figure it out. But I would get Dean with that 15th pick, and I'll turn around and get Harris from Alabama with that 16th pick. And with pick 19, I'm going after Cincinnati cornerback Sauce. You add 3 studs like that to your defense is going to play some better football. Yes, sir. Please make sure you guys got 15 in here. Make sure you guys hit that like. It does a lot for the channel, like you said, to get it to the algorithm. If you have not subscribed to BIRDGANG 31, we are on the road to 2K. We are 25 subs away. Let's get it. They sacked the boss and forced Jalen to make plays with his arm. He couldn't. Please stop blaming everybody but Hurts. Sorry, ass play. Listen, Big Chris, ain't nobody not blaming Hurts. But everybody wants to just blame Hurts, and that's ridiculous. All I'm saying is everybody gets a blame in this game. Not just Hurts. Hurts gets blamed. Okay, if you want to give Hurts the most blame, let's go Hurts the most played. Sirianni, JG, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gets it. The special team was horrible. The defense was horrible in the first half. They played great after that, but in the first half where they scored all the points, and his offense was trash. He said Smith and Goddard are the 1-2 read, and that's how it should be. It should be that way all the time, but I don't think it's always that way. Because we got to work on Hurts throwing the football down the field from the pocket because stack the box knowing that Hurts can do that. And we got to also call better plays down the field. You know? Like, there's plenty of things. If you see these guys stacking the box, for one, I'm a running back, and I play semi-pro ball and all that stuff. So I'm going to let you know. I don't care. Derrick Henry gets 8, 9-man boxes every single game. He still runs the ball. He still runs the rock. And we got one of the best offensive lines in the league. So that whole stacking the box thing, it's played. You should know that was going to happen. You don't think they stacked the box when we had over 250 yards every single week, and we did it 5 weeks in a row? We still ran over 200. They stacked the boxes in. That's not an excuse of why you don't run the ball. You know, we should have still ran the ball. You know, and if you ran the ball, now you're getting them to commit more to the run, and now open up the receivers downfield. But if you're just passing the ball over and over again, that ain't going to get you nowhere. And when you're just doing all these little short screen plays, that's not going to get you nowhere. You know, it's play calling, guys. It's a little bit of everything. Like I said, no excuse for Hurts, but it's everything. It's not just that, man. You know what I'm saying? And, like, we have bigger problems to fix. Like I just showed you, they ranked him 13th overall at 32 starting quarterbacks. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hurts second year, 2 different head coaches, 2 different OCs, and it seems Sirianni was not coaching them up in the regular season. I agree, Grant. I agree. You know, and like we said, we're not leaving them out. Like, Hurts sucked yesterday. You know, and I'm a huge Hurts guy, but he sucked yesterday. He could have played better, but he did some good things too. You know, I really don't like the way Sirianni called that game yesterday. I think it was trash. Complete trash. Smith should have had 10 catches on single coverage, single high safety. Yeah, he should have. But even Nick Sirianni said he should have schemed him plays. Like I said before, it's easy for us to see with our eyes on our TVs, and some of us have big TVs, so we can see a lot, you know. People wide open and be like, why didn't you hit him? But you got to understand the plays. You got to understand, is he supposed to what half of the field he's supposed to read first? There's a lot of other things that, unless you're the coach and you're the receiver, you're not gonna know these things, my guy. You're not. You're not gonna know. It's easier for us to say what he should have did, but we don't know his progression. We don't know his reads. We don't even know what the concept of the play is even all about. Hurts needs some slack given. Like I said before, get him a good quarterback who can coach him to reach his ceiling. Yeah, and get him some real weapons. Like, I love Quez and I love Devontae, but do I think Devontae's the number one receiver, as in, like, he's can be elite by himself? No. He can be good by himself, but he needs another. You need a 1A and 1B. You need to, like all the other elite quarterbacks got. They need more than one good receiver. Everybody's like Jamar Chase did it. Jamar Chase came to a team where they had Boyd and Higgins that been there already, and he didn't have all the pressure on him in the beginning of the season. And those guys came off 1,000-yard. Boyd came off 1,000-yard receiving year, so of course he got attention. So it was a lot less pressure on Chase. They say Waddle did it. Same thing with Waddle. Waddle went where there was Devontae Parker and Fuller. He was not supposed to be the number one target. He ended up being at the end of the year, but he was on a team that he was not expected to be that dude. Even if you guys want Jefferson, Jefferson went on a team that had Thielen, who was a Pro Bowl receiver, to take the pressure off. You know, we drafted Devontae, and he did a good job breaking the rookie record, but he was the number one and pretty much the only real receiver we had. The BIRDGANG 31 last night's show was one of the best I've ever heard. Okay, keep that good work. Hurts, I didn't like him at Bama nor Oklahoma as a starting prospect. Hurts did nothing to change my mind. Okay, and I feel you. Thanks again for coming to the show last night. I feel you though, but like if you didn't see progression this year, I don't know what you guys were really watching. Like Hurts from game one to Hurts to game 17 or whatever, 18, he got better in the pocket. Like we asked him all season long to stay in the pocket, and those last couple of games he stayed in the pocket. Now, did we run heavy in those games? Yes, but when it was time for Hurts to throw, he stayed in the pocket and made throws. So he developed a lot, man. But it's gonna take time, man. Like I told you guys, Brady, Breeze, Manning, Mahomes, freaking Allen, Lamar, Kyler, uh, Rodgers, all these guys, none of them came in their first year starting and balled out. None of them. Not even Peyton, and he's one of the best. Not Tom Brady. It took him 3 years before he really started. He got Randy Moss before he started really balling out in terms of numbers and stats. So, this is his first year starting. I know it's not his rookie year, but it's first year starting at quarterback. He's 23 years old. Give him some time to progress. Why we got to be so crucial on him? Why can't we give him another year and see what he does in the same system finally? Where he can actually learn the next step of the system as opposed to just keep learning new systems and learning new systems. We get a new quarterback in here. We win 9 games next year with a new quarterback, but we fall short. Are you guys going to say, oh, we need another quarterback again? We can't keep going down that toxic road, man. We got to give people time to progress. He said another thing, not trying to pick on Hurts, but he got to work on throwing that football on time. In other words, as soon as the receiver gets into his brace, the ball should be already there. That's a fact too. Yeah. Like I said, I am not saying that he don't need to work on his anticipation, his accuracy. He got an arm. If you guys seen that overthrow he did to Quez, that was like a 70-yard bomb. He overthrew him. He's got to work on anticipation and accuracy, and that help more the longer he learns to start looking at his game tape. To learn he understand what teams are doing to him. To learn how the more he understands how to read defenses better. That's time. Like I said, I've been saying that for a while. He just needs time to learn and develop. It's not something that you're going to just all of a sudden walk into the NFL your first year starting and be like, oh, I know what the defense is going to do to me. I'm going to pick these guys apart. It doesn't happen. No one's ever done it. They don't do it. It's just not normal. And I'm not saying no one's ever done it. There's probably 1 or 2 quarterbacks throughout the history of NFL, but no one does it like that. It takes time. All these guys take time. Remember Drew Brees in San Diego? They were saying he wasn't that dude there. That's why they traded some stakes. Now look at Drew Brees. He don't have a strong arm, the strongest arm. He ended up being one of the best quarterbacks of all time. It takes time. Tom Brady, best quarterback of all time, you guys want to say. Took him 3 years to get started. Peyton Manning, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Took him 2 years to get started. I'm telling you guys. They all had more interceptions than Jalen Hurts did his first year starting. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. He took care of the ball this year. He did his job. Could he do better? Yes, he definitely needs to do better. What up, Eagles champ? How you doing, my guy? Only thing we can hang our hats on after this game is the Cowboys lost 2. Facts. That was awesome that the Cowboys lost 2. That did make my day feel a little bit better. What up, my guy? What up, Flippy2? How you doing today? Receivers can't make plays on balls that are thrown 3 or 5 yards in front of them, or if balls doesn't never come their way. Or, like we seen yesterday, you aren't running full speed through your route. There's been games I remember watching this year where Jalen threw the ball where they should have been, but they weren't even there because they weren't there. It goes both ways. It's hand in hand. There's been you guys rewatch tape from yesterday. You'll see Quez pulled up on like 3 or 4 balls that should have been going to him, and he pulled up his route. He wasn't running full speed. When you seen him coming to the picture and the ball was overthrown, you see Quez, he had already slowed down. And that's just stuff you can't do, man. You got to be going hard every single down, or we need to get some beast in there to go hard every down. You guys throw receivers open, not wait till they're open and get the ball there late. Yeah. Now, I understand everybody's talking about the Devontae Smith touchdown. That was late. It was a little late, but Jalen had to move out of the pocket. He was getting hit. Like he even said he should have threw it a little earlier, but he had to adjust his feet and throw the ball. And he didn't float it there. He put some mustard on there. That safety came across and made a good interception. but that was late. You gotta be frustrated as fuck to be a receiver on this team. I don't think any of our receivers on this team got the pedigree enough to be frustrated as fuck. Really, yes, some of that's the coordinators calling plays, but some of us that we have young receivers. All those guys are either Devontae Smith rookie. Those other guys are second year receivers. Man, they're not running everything right. They don't know how to get open in space like all top flight receivers do know how to do in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They're still learning on how to beat defenses and stuff. That's why I said we need to go out and get us, a number one receiver, like a real receiver, a veteran receiver that's been doing it for a while in the NFL. So then, we don't come with these conclusions and don't have to have to make statements like that. Like we need better talent, and that's just the truth. All that being said, we have a lot to be excited for next year. The rest of the division is trending down, and we have a lot to be excited for. Exactly. We got 3 first-round picks. I think, 5, 6 in the top 60. We got do some damage this offseason. Plus $60 million in cap space. We can do some damage this offseason, and make this team a real bona fide team. We made the playoffs, guys. That's the first step. In a rebuilt year, you make the playoffs, you only can see a brighter pasture moving forward. And that is something to be very excited about. Yes, where do the Eagles go from here? BG31 segment. If BIRDGANG was the GM. If I'm the GM, I told you guys, I'm throwing the bank at Davante Adams straight up. I think Adams and Smith together would be amazing duel with Quez in the slot. Now that's something to be, proud of, and that'd be something I would think about doing for sure. I'm upgrading our running back position. I love Miles Sanders, but for our second back, why not have a 1-2 punch that are both good? Go out, let Howard walk, go get you a guy like Fournette. I might even bring in Jones from the Bucs. Both of them running backs from the Bucs can come. Or one of these other big time running backs. So you have 2 starting caliber running backs in the backfield. Fournette would be good because he's a thunder to Miles Sanders lightning. It's kind of be like Jai and LeGarrette Blount Super Bowl year. Yes, I agree. Smith is frustrated, and not just with Rager. Yeah, man, you gotta be. Smith is that type of player that he's going to be frustrated. Everybody on the team should be frustrated. Everybody. But no one talks about the fact that we lost the whole right side of our line early in that game. Lane Johnson went out, didn't come back. We were on. It was LaRaven Clark and Opeta in there. There was pressure getting put on hers too, guys. Imagine Smith, Mahomes was throwing it to him. I can't imagine that. I don't agree with that because the beginning of the year, it's about scheming plays. In a row. You look at Mahomes and them guys the first 8 weeks of the season when they were just trying to throw the ball, air it out. Mahomes was like trash. He threw way too many interceptions. He was leading the league in interceptions, and forget Smith. If you think Smith is better than Tyreek Hill, you think Goddard's better than Kels? Because they're not. He had better weapons, and he was throwing more picks on the average. It matters how you scheme these guys open, how you do the progression of your game. You know what I'm saying? Playing to your quarterback's strengths. When they start running the ball more, less on the passing, trying to go deep every down, that's when Patty Mahomes and them boys start winning football games this year. Facts. He said, give me Sauce, Gardner, Devin Lloyd, and David Ojobo. Yeah, those are some nice players. I like that. Like I said, I'll get us a big-time receiver. And if we can pluck a veteran linebacker, that's a stud. I don't want an old veteran linebacker. I want a young buck. If we can go get a guy like Queen from what do you call it? The Ravens, or go pick up somebody that's a veteran young guy. Even one of these linebackers off the Bucs. Say if they let go of Levante David or a guy like that, Shaq Barrett or something like that. We need a guy that we know for sure is not a guess. Oh, do we think he still has it left in him? Do we think he can make big plays? We want a guy that can make big plays without hesitation. But I would regular just draft a draft. Like I said, in a draft, if nothing were to change, which I know things will change by the time draft time comes, I would go. What's that dude name? I think his name Clark, the DT, or Anderson, the DT from Georgia, Dean, and Sauce as my 3 picks in the first round. Nick calls those screens and BS plays to mask Hurts' weakness at throwing a ball. No, you can say that, or you can say not really, because if you heard anything, Steichen and them boys in San Diego, that was one of the number one gripes about them. If they like to throw them, call all them screen plays and stuff, and that's why they didn't want them there in San Diego no more. They just brought that here to Philadelphia. So that's one thing people can say that's the reason why they call so many plays to mask Jalen Hurts' throwing ability. But at the same time, that's what they were known for doing. So I gotta kind of disagree with that. Like that's what they're used to doing. That's what they like calling. He said, I do give some blame on the head coach. There's plenty of blame to go around. And I agree, we didn't run the ball enough to help our young quarterback out in a hostile environment. Facts. That's 100% truth right there. That's 100% truth. Richie says, Big Chris, doesn't Hurts get less criticism if he needs surgery? He was wearing a leg boot after the game. Ankle injury take time to heal. And that's another thing, too. But he went out there and played, so there's not that much for excuses, But, like, that is another thing, too. And you seen him. He was manned up about that. He wasn't trying to hide it. He said he was out there. He should have played better, and he should have. But at the same time, yeah, man, injuries linger. We can even say that's probably why Howard didn't get no carries, because Howard came back week 18, but you see him when Howard ran the ball, he was not the same. He wasn't. We don't even know if Miles is the same. They could have been putting those faces out there to get the defense worried about, and they could have both all been still hurt. We're just trying to, hype it up and get the Bucs worried about what they had to face. If you have time, BG31 would love to review the game, use the all 22, Hurts every throw. You played offense, so you know the plays. Yeah, man, I'm going to check it out because Buddy Gate City said he can hook us up with some all 22. I'm going to be doing some field breakdown on Jalen Hurts. We are stunning Smith's grill with Hurts at quarterback. Tell me I'm wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong, man. Because what about the beginning of the season when Smith was getting targeted, all that? He wasn't getting open and he was dropping balls too. He was. Smith could have more yards by things that he controlled. Smith still doesn't know how to 100% beat double coverage, how to 100% get open. And a lot of that just takes his size. When you go against big cornerbacks, they can body him. When you get bullied at the line, you weigh 100 pounds, man. It's not that hard to body. True, I blame him a lot. Me, Hurts has learned more on the fly. Eagles offense should have been so much better with Nick Sirianni. Yeah, that's true. If Hurts was injury, you should have sat down. I'd rather see Minshew throw. But we know what Minshew is. Minshew's been in the league for 3 years. We've seen him get beat out by a lot of people. Minshew's not that great, guys. He definitely has a lower ceiling than Jalen Hurts has. Hurts can do a lot better than Gardner Minshew. And that's just facts. But like I said, I'm not opposed, since Minshew wants to start. Come in, earn the start. If you earn the start in the offseason against Jalen Hurts, if you're really a better thrower, that one game against the Jets, I didn't see a better quarterback, to be honest. Everybody was like, oh, we need Minshew mania. Minshew was short arming throws, all those throws that receivers had to slow down or come back for. Come on now, those were not money throws that Minshew was making. So it's just like he did the same thing throwing wise that I've seen Jalen Hurts do. And so I'm not that huge on Minshew. I think he'll be great backup for us, and they should battle it out this offseason. I do agree with this. Jerry is going back to college. I like the guy, but we need a quarterback who operates from the pocket, and he can. All this stuff Jalen Hurts can get better at, guys. All the stuff Jalen Hurts get better at. Yo, BIRDGANG, would you go get Juju, Michael Williams, Calvin Ridley? I want Mike Williams. Yes, like I said, Devontae Adams, #1 target. Mike Williams be my #2 target. And I like Calvin too and Juju. To be honest, I would try to get 2 of them. Why not? 2 of them with Devontae Smith will work perfectly fine. Williams, Devontae, and Juju in the slot. Williams, Devontae, and Calvin Ridley in the slot. Calvin Ridley, Williams, and Devontae in the slot. It does not matter. We need to upgrade that receiver position, though. He said, please ask questions to Brady G31. He enjoys answering questions. A man of the people. You damn right. I love answering questions, man. I give you guys my best take. Hurts did progress, but from where he has at it was a little progression to be competitive average quarterback. I don't see Hurts ceiling being much higher than where it is now. He would be lucky that he could be Dak. Dak? Really? I think he could be better than Dak. Easily. You've seen the playoff stats from last year. Both of them are in their first playoff game. They had pretty much the exact same numbers. But the difference is Dak's been in the league. He got the franchise quarterback money. And Jalen Hurts is his first year, and he's 23 years old. So how do you not see progression from here? You know he's going to get better. That's just inevitable. Learning. Those mistakes that Jalen have are all correctable things. And things that take time to get better at. So I don't know. I don't really agree with that one. Remember the CW rookie year? We all said CW is trash. We went 7-9. Got Coach Jeffrey Smith. You saw what happened in his second year. Hurts knee support system with decent weapons. Yep, we definitely need some better weapons. So much facts, BG. Facts. Here's a poor man's Dak. Dak is good, but not special at all. A poor man's Dak? I don't know, man. Dak had weapons. Dak didn't start doing anything until he got weapons. So at this point, I think they're right on pace to being about the same person right now. But I do think he can have a higher ceiling if he's molded right. He's only 23. He gets plenty of time to grow. And now, like I said, if next year comes along, say we build a defense, say we get him some weapons, and Jalen Hurts and this will be his second year in the same system. So all that happens this offseason, and we go into next year, and Jalen Hurts is still playing the way Jalen Hurts played this year, then I can understand everybody saying we need another quarterback. But until then, I think we got to wait and find out. Because no one knows his ceiling. We don't know his ceiling. No one does. He's too young. He's still fresh in the NFL. You got to give these guys time. Like every good quarterback had time. And that's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. They all had time. All the greats. Anybody, any quarterback, you want to say it's better. I want you to go back to their first 2-3 years starting in the NFL. And then you look at those stats, their first year starting, and then come back to Jalen Hurts, and then look at those stats again, and then come back to Jalen Hurts and realize that he is on par, if not better than some of them, and then worse than maybe 1 or 2 of them. It's the same, man. It's the time. You cannot come into the NFL knowing how to figure out defenses. Why do you think rookie quarterbacks struggle so hard? Why do you think defensive coordinators love going against rookie quarterbacks or first-year quarterbacks, man? Todd Bowles is one of the best defensive coordinators in the league. And he did his thing yesterday. You got to give him props, too. People got to give props to the Bucs defense. That's not no suspect defense. They got a lot of Pro Bowlers, a lot of former All-Pros in that defense. And they came to play. We didn't. They were in playoff mode. We wasn't. We were still in regular season mode. That's a huge difference. Quarterbacks the Eagles should get listed from 2022 season. I'm not listening to nobody. We don't need a quarterback. So I agree. Dak and Hurts had the same game yesterday. They both sucked. Yeah, they did both suck. Did you see Mahomes, Burrow? Those are quarterbacks. Okay. But they also have more weapons. They also have better defense. More weapons and better defense will make you a better overall team. Realize, playoffs, Super Bowls are not won by quarterbacks. There's been plenty of suspect quarterbacks that won Super Bowls, a la Trent Dilfer, a la Eli Manning twice. Okay? That's what you guys got to understand. Football is the ultimate team sport. It's not just your quarterback. Now, if Jalen Hurts threw a bunch of picks yesterday, you can blame it all on. And I do give him that one pick for Devontae, but that other pick, that Shaq Barrett interception, that was a hell of a play from an all-star linebacker. That's what we need, an all-star linebacker like that on our team. That was a hell of a play. You can't put down on Hurst. Could he put a little bit more on it to drop it down in there? Yes. But Shaq, if you watch the replay, he jumped as high as he could, and his fingertips flipped that ball back to him, and he made that play. That was a great play. And you're going to get great plays from great players. He said, get Wilson. I'm done. I don't want Wilson. Why you want an old guy, right, who best years was behind him? He had way more weapons. The guys that we clamored for, we wanted, DK Metcalf, Lockett, all those receivers, way better than our receiver core, and he had a worse year. He had a way worse year than Jalen Hurts did this year. But you want a guy that played worse than our quarterback? Why? Because his name? We got to get off the name thing, guys. The names don't mean nothing. I don't want Deshaun Watson. He ain't played football in like almost 2 years now. And he's probably not playing next year. So why you going to risk all this stuff to go get a player we don't even know is going to play? Aaron Rodgers not coming here. And then again, even if he does come here for a year or two, the guy's old. He's going to be retiring soon. Like, I want someone that we can build with, grow with, win multiple games with for multiple years. I don't want to just get a stopgap, just to say, oh, we have it. We don't have the team to even give Aaron Rodgers a fighting chance. If Aaron Rodgers was on this team this year, you guys really think we would have had won more games the way our coaches coach and our players played? Really? With the talent level? You guys are mistaken, man. We would have been about the same out in the first round of playoffs again. Maybe one more win. Maybe two. We wouldn't have been nothing special, though. It's talent. The more talent you have on the roster, the farther you go in the playoffs. You wouldn't see teams like the Rams go out and get Stafford. They went out and got Von Miller. They got Aaron Donald. They got Ramsey. They went and got elite talent and brought to their football team so they can become dominant. And that's what this team needs to do. I wanted to see the Cowboys-Bucs match. I wanted to see the Eagles-Niners match. What loss in the regular season still stings. Man, I think we could have beat the Niners. I want to play the Cowboys again, for real, in Week 18. I don't like getting swept by nobody in the division. I don't like none of that. He said, Sirianni keeps Hurts in shotgun formation. No disguise, or at least switch it up. He kept running the same formation that was not working. Shake my head. And he's been doing that all year long. That's not on Hurts. A formation that has nothing to do with a quarterback skill level. Even a trash quarterback can go under center. That is a coach's preference. That's horrible. But at the same time, we can blame him for it. But it's his first year being a head coach and the offensive coordinator. You got to give him time too, man. Like all these guys, this was a learning year. He had to learn his players, learn abilities, learn how to coach against good defense coordinators. Why you guys think we won the teams we're supposed to be? Because we were a better roster than those shitty teams. And that's why we beat them. It wasn't 100% the coaches. Because a lot of those games, we had something to say about our coaches. That's my point. Hurts don't have to move out of the pocket with his arm. That's just what he chooses to do. Yeah, or you can look at when you got guys flying around you all the time, it makes you uncomfortable in the pocket. The only ones are veteran quarterbacks that when things are flying around, that stick in that pocket and make those throws. And that's a veteran quarterback. That's guys that know how long they have in the pocket. Guys that know, they don't feel that pressure no more. But that takes time. When you're a young guy, you see all these big defensive linebackers, like you said, man, SEC or not, you can take Alabama and play the crappiest team in the NFL, and I promise you Alabama will get rolled. I promise you. with all their star players, they would get rolled out of the building because NFL is a different game. He said Cousins, Locke, Bridge, Water, Mayfield, Donald, Fix, Patrick, Dalton, Newton, Wilson, Watson, Jones, Winston. All of them come with baggage, whether cost or behavior issues. Facts. And name one of those people on that list that you really feel comfortable saying is better than Jalen Hurts right now. Because none of them are top 13. I tell you that much right now. Not one of them people on that list is top 13. None of them. So that'd be a downgrade, guys. You know, I know it's hard with your emotions. You feel it. You feel like, oh, we need better. But the better is on our team. He just needs time to grow. We need a quarterback and some stud defense and a free agent receiver. I'm telling you, if we get a quarterback, you're not getting those other two things. Whether we trade for a quarterback, you're giving up those free agent picks. Now you're stuck with second and third rounders, that we hope to develop to be good players. We need to use those first 3-round picks on stud players that we know coming out the gate are going to be starting for our team and playmakers. We can get another receiver. Like I said, build the rest of the team, guys. Build the rest of the team around. Go get your defense fixed. Maybe a couple more linemen, some receivers. Come back next year. If Jalen Hurts does the same thing, guys, I'll be on board with you guys. I'll say let's go get us a quarterback. But until then, we got to chill out. Quarterback's not the biggest issue on this team right now. He said he has 2 years left on his contract. If traded, it's going to want a new 5-year contract. Being one of the top paid quarterback, Wilson has shown zero interest like TB12 in taking pay cuts. Fact. And you shouldn't at your stage of your career. You trying to get paid. You're setting up for retirement. We give him that kind of money. You're looking at that whole, $60 million. You want to give 30 of it to Russell Wilson to come play football for us, who was garbage this year. Let's call a spade a spade. Russell Wilson was garbage. Garbage. I don't want Russ. You can't give me a player that has better weapons with a better team and lose more than our quarterback just did this year and expect me to think that, that's an upgrade. That's not an upgrade. Can he refield? Obviously. But then again, obviously not, because he's still making a bunch of mistakes. And Russ been in the league for a while and won the Super Bowl. So Davante Adams is getting down, but he was allowed to grow in Green Bay. Adams' first 2 seasons, he was the third option. Yeah. Every stud player in the league has been allowed to grow. And that's why I'm saying we need to let our quarterback have his time to grow. That's it. And even some of these young receivers, like I said, we don't need to go really revamp the whole thing. Just go get a stud veteran receiver to come help these boys. To help these guys out. That's it. Because I think Quez could be better every year that he stays in the league. He can get better. What up, Lindy? How you doing, my guy? Thanks for stopping by. Big Play Slay, how you doing? Good morning to you. Thanks for stopping by. I don't even know if it's morning anymore, but hey, thanks for stopping by anyway. I'm in Central Standard Time, so. What up, Chris? He says, Richie, we could sign 2 top players for the cost of Adams, and I'm not going to lie. I'm not confident Hurts gets him the ball consistently. Chris, on that one, Davante Adams, you just put in Davante Adams' facility. He's getting that ball. That's what you guys are missing. The biggest difference between young, growing, developing receivers and studs like Davante Adams is Davante's tall, big, physical receiver. You just throw the ball in his facility, he's going to go get the ball. That's a huge difference. That's what makes him one of the best receivers in the game. Like, y'all don't understand how much these elite receivers make these quarterbacks look that much better. You got like these elite receivers don't be jumping high for the ball or diving out for the ball or making one-handed catches because it's on the tip of their hand. These are all things elite receivers do. But I tell you, they don't just drop balls that hit their hands. if most of these balls hit these guys' hands, they catching it. If it touches their finger, they're catching it. You give them that's a bigger passing area from the big physical body to his height. That's a bigger pass circumference that Jalen can throw the ball in that whole area, and these guys can go make the play. So, but I do agree we could get 2 receivers for that price, like Williams and Trey for Ridley, and that'd be just as good. I hope you mean Garrett Wilson, Russell Wilson. I think Russell Wilson will retire in less than 5 seasons. Yeah, I think he can too. It says Devontae Adams is great now, but he has allowed to go on. Yeah, first 3 offense facts. What up, Scoop? He said, BG, they at it. BS again. This AM. Hey, man, everybody can have their own opinion, though. It's cool. I just want you guys to know that you guys are tripping. Like, you guys are not being realistic in terms of the situation. Cleaning up spills, my job be chill. That's what's up. And we got a lot of Eagle fans. That's what's up. Wilson was horrible this year and had great weapons to use. Exactly. Shout out to Miss BIRDGANG in the house. One of the hardest working women in the game. Even though she don't really be on camera. We're going to get her on here one day. We are not getting Devontae Adams. BG, they're running too much money when we can just freed up Wentz contract using money to be filling holes on linebacker, running back, secondary, and maybe enough to sign to complement a receiver for the Sun Reaper. But he would be that complimentary receiver. And you guys got to realize this, too. How we can set Devontae Adams' contract up. Y'all act like, we got $60 million, but you got to look at that and think we got like $100 million. Because contracts can be maneuvered and manipulated so many different types of ways. I would spend $20 million a year for Devontae Adams, but how we can make that $20 million a year only be $6 to $7 million a year on a contract with signing bonuses, roster bonuses, and whatnot, where you're paying the money up front as opposed to actually putting it on the cap. So we can afford Devontae Adams. That can happen. Whether Devontae wants to come here or not, that's another question. But I do think we need to fill the rest of those holes that you're talking about. I agree with that 100%. Wilson trade will be like Hurts, Dickerson, and the 15-19 pick in the 2022 draft and 2023 second round, maybe first, if conditions are met. Too much gamble, not to mention a $45 million a year contract. Facts. All facts. I'm not giving up Dickerson. I'm not giving up that many picks for a guy that has more weapons that can produce at a higher level. Like, that's the hugest point with that Wilson thing that everybody needs to get out your head. How you want a guy that can't produce at the level that Jalen Hurts does, and he has way more weapons and on a better team. On a better team. It's crazy. Big plays play. Hurts getting the treatment that Philly quarterbacks get, my manager said, should be benched. This defense is trash. Got aggressive defensive coordinator. Yeah, I hope that Gannon gets his job, man. That Dean from Georgia is a must pick up. Exactly. Like I said, Dean from Georgia, Harris from Alabama, 2 dogs at linebacker. And with the 15-16 pick, they're both right there. I'll do something that Philly never done in history. And I'll draft both of those linebackers back-to-back. Back-to-back picks. You could just stay up there because they already got both picks ready. I want Dean and I want Harris from Alabama. Draft them up here. They can take a picture together with their number 1 jerseys in front of them and everything. That will be a bookend. Our defense will be better from game 1 next year. We have a better defense. Facts. Get 2 stud linebackers and see what happens. I'm serious. Facts, man. He said the front offense, Dave Lurie has to take the blunt of the responsibility, although he won't say. Plus, GM Roseman doesn't deserve an extension. Yeah, I can see why you guys say that for sure. Jordan Davis from Georgia, 6'6", 330, need to be here. Fletch is getting up there in age. Facts. And if we can restructure Flex and get him out of here, if something happens where how we be able to pull the magic off, we don't take a major hit, which, like I said, they can always talk to Fletch in the offseason before they make the trade and be like, hey, we can restructure your contract one more time, pay you some upfront money. Because you got to realize those bonuses and stuff, that don't count on the salary cap. These NFL teams got plenty of money to give them that money. It ain't be a big thing. But he'll take a restructure to get traded. We can go get a guy like, Davis from Jordan Davis. That could be another way. Be like, hey, 15 Dean, 16 Davis, 19 Sauce. Boom. That helps your defense out too. I think Dean's that dude. If he's still at 15, we got to snatch him. The front offense needs to take the blame. Yeah, they got to take some blame too, man. They got to get better as well. Davis is 26. Jordan Davis is 26 years old. By the time his rookie contract's up, he'll be 31. Is he that old? But hey, but you got to think about it though too. A guy that size in the middle, those big boys play for a long time, So I don't know. I would take a shot at him. Jordan Davis is a beast in that middle though. That Georgia defense did a good job. Super Philly 31, what's up, my guy? He said we need Mike Williams and Calvin Ridley to help Hurts out. Fact, if we can get both of those guys, that would be the best thing ever, I swear. Pulling off that, be able to get Williams in, really in here with Devontae Smith. Now you got some weapons, and it will put more pressure, and you got to have more of a valid reason why you don't want Jalen Hurts if he doesn't succeed with those kind of weapons. I think that would be amazing. You could probably get Harris in the second round. You think so, Chris? You think Harris is going to fall to second? He's a pretty good linebacker, man. He's a pretty good linebacker. Then we need to trade Quez and Rager and get a back to help out Sanders. Rager's a hit. Like I said, we can manipulate that, and we definitely need to trade him. I'm not 100% on the whole trade Quez part yet. I think Quez is developing into a good receiver, and maybe year 3 might be that year he can break out and do some big things. But we definitely need another receiver, a better receiver. And if you get that together, make Quez be your number 3. Go get one of these studs like Mike Williams. Now you got a more formidable, receiving cast. I blame BG31 not wearing the underdog mask on his live stream for the loss yesterday. I have the underdog shirt. I don't have the underdog mask. But yeah, man. So, let's just think about it though, man. At the end of the day, like I said before, we had a successful season. We're a winning football team. We made it to the playoffs. Everybody's young, doing their thing. And I think that, the sky's the limit for our team if we go get the right pieces. Yeah, like, subscribe, share. Exactly. 25 away from 2K in 7 months, man. Let's get BG there this offseason. Hell, by the end of the offseason, I want to be at least 5, 6K. So if you have not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe and that like button for me. Hit the post notification bell. He says we could also get Hutchinson. Yeah, that would be awesome, but Hutchinson might be a top 10 pick, my guy. Now, we'll have to trade 2 picks to go up and get a guy like Hutchinson. But I think there's some good DNs that you don't have to jump that are maybe not Hutchinson, but not that far off from Hutchinson that you can get if you stay put where you're at, if you really want a good DN there. But I don't want to really, guys, I want to use all 3 of these first-round picks on defense this year. 3 first-round defensive players would be a great injection of talent and youth to our defense that we so direly need. Like, we need to go do that. That's something we have to do. We need to get all these old cats off our defense and refill them with some new talented players. Not second, third, fourth round players, but first round guys. So I do not think Jordan Howard is going to be here next year. What up, Philly halftime? I'm not even sure if I want Jordan Howard here next year. That stinger's lasting a long time again. Like everybody keeps downplaying that whole thing. When Jordan Howard had a stingers out for 6 weeks, how many weeks is it? Yesterday, almost like 6 weeks, and that could be a reason why he didn't get the ball, because he was still nursing that stinger. Like the guy's older, his body's broken down. We might have to let this guy roll. Don't worry about bringing him back. Gotta get some work in, BG. But yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm afraid of what's to come for Hurts in 22. But on the flip side, he's only 23, while almost half of the league will be in search of a quarterback. Facts, man. Facts. And we definitely, Lindy, whenever you're free, if you're free this week, we can get a live stream, man. That'd be what's up. I'm down with that. And facts, like I said, man, when you're like that was rating at the end of the season, Jalen Hurts was number 13 quarterback in his first year starting. So it only can go up from there. It can go down too, I guess, if you think he's going to get worse. But like I said, he's 23. He's going to learn just from playing this season, got him better going into next year. He's going to be better, guys. He's going to get better. You give him more targets. You build a defense around this guy. He's going to be a lot better. So we just need to hold off before and I'm not even saying we have to say he's the franchise guy. I'm not even saying he has to be the guy. But remember back in the day when we drafted a quarterback, we waited till the end of his rookie contract, and that's why you get a rookie contract, to find out if you can be that guy or not before we give you some franchise money. And that's what we need to do with him, man. A couple of years, 2 years at least. What up, Jalen? How you doing today, my guy? Hope all is well with you. What's your take on this, Jalen? What's your take what we need to do with Hurts? He said we need to cut Umbrella Man Ward and make Reg in the fifth wideout and get 2 stud veteran receivers to put Smith in the slot. Ooh, and I like that too. Like guys, without even putting no cap on it, like if we got 2 stud receivers that were veterans, I don't even mind him being at number 3. Like Devontae Smith is good, but he's the best receiver we got. He's not the best receiver in the league. And I don't know if he can ever be the best receiver in the league. He can always be a good receiver. But the best receiver in the league, like I said, we went out and got Devontae Adams and somehow, some way picked up Ridley. Who are you playing where? Do you think Devontae Adams is better than Ridley? I mean, Devontae Smith is better than Ridley? How do you see that breaking down? Y'all let me know that. If those are the 3 receivers you got, how you playing that situation out? Shout out to Super Philly 31 with the 49 super chat. He said, I put the blame also on play calling, who's making a running team try to throw the ball 40 times. Facts. And that's a huge part of the loss. You can't be the number 1 rushing team and go in there throwing the ball against Tom Brady. That's the whole point of running the ball, is so you keep Tom Brady off the field. You keep him off the field. You control the clock. That's how we've been winning these games. But no, Nick wanted to get cute. Oh, it's a playoff. Time for me to show my passing skills, court calling skills, and he sucked. He can't do that, man. That was a horrible decision. A horrible decision. But hey, man, shout out to you for that super chat, my guy. Much love to you. Welcome to the fam. I guess I was behind here. Okay, where we at? Good luck next season with your Eagles. Hey, shout out to you, the Boston Sports Report. Yeah, man, and it's going to be nice, man. Like, honestly, everybody should be excited for next year. Because it would take Howie to be an absolute idiot in this whole offseason, to ruin this offseason with 3, first-round picks. I think we got 1 or 2 seconds, a couple of thirds, and to not come out a better squad next year, you would have to be fired. Straight up. Only trade Rager would be to another team with a struggling receiver like Patriots. So it would be a Rager versus Keanu Harris. Or Rager, the second high pick for Calvin Ridley. I can see that working out. Rager and a second round pick for Calvin Ridley. I would like that better than N'Keal Harry. Definitely. What's up? I also don't want to see J-Jaw anymore. Yeah, he got to get cut for sure. How is Ridley mentally needs to be asked. That is another one. But I think with an off season, really knows if he want to make that money, he got to stop now and figure it out. You know, losing, being on a losing football team. When the last time Atlanta did anything special? You know, being on a losing football team, you definitely need to do something productive. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that off season and maybe being around some players that he's used to, like a la Landon Dickerson, Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, that might help bring his morale back up. He might show up and show out. And then you think if you get really, you got two of the best route running receivers in the game on the same team, and that's deadly. I like that. You got not going to use me first round picks drafts. We don't do that. We trade up or trade back. Yeah, I know. But obviously what we're doing needs to get changed up, man. We got to change. We don't draft linebackers in the first round. And with 3 first-round picks, how we don't draft a linebacker, he needs to get fired. So we're going to have to start doing things we're not normally used to doing. We got to. If we want to be this elite football team that everybody wants us to be again, we want to be back in the playoffs consistently, we want to go for another Super Bowl, we got to change things up. That's just a must. J-Jaw can definitely go fast. Hurst is trash, and it's hilarious. Frank, how is he trash, though? Do I need to break it up again for you guys? This is his ranking for the season. The 13, how many quarterbacks are in the league? There's 32 starting quarterbacks. Hurts is 13. That's not trash. The most you can say, the worst you can say about Hurts is he's an average quarterback right now. And that's cool. First year starting. Most first year starters are average. So I'll give you, is he elite? No. Can he be elite? Huh? Jury's out on that. We'll see how he progresses. But to say he's trash, those are just, whoo. It's a lot worse, guys. We can have something a lot worse. Let's say that everybody thought we should have drafted the quarterback in this draft, and Hurts did better than all those guys. So it could be a lot worse, you guys. Then we're getting a little spoiled. Said, ain't no telling how we do in the front hours as we would do in the draft. Facts. Thank you. Yep. Shout out to you. Much love. They need to let Nick have input with the draft, too. And that's a good one, too. Nick need to go out there and be like, hey, I want a new receiver. Because we don't have to get 2 veteran receivers. Say we got a guy like Mike Williams and then turn around in the draft and go draft, even if we don't want to use the first rounder, go use the second rounder on a guy like Mechie from Alabama. Because he's going to fall a little bit because of his injury. That would be awesome. Mechie's a beast. Williams from Alabama's a beast. But he just got hurt in the national championship, so he's going to take a little bit longer to heal. So I'll get Mechie because he'll be more on the recovery stage by the time the season starts. And you don't have to use a first-round pick on him. Williams, if he comes out, you're going to need a first-round pick for him. He's a baller. No problem. You can move all 3 in, all 3 positions if we have the right coaches that knows what to do, what they're doing. Yeah, that's true, too. He said, draft Sauce Dean and Garrett Wilson. I'll take Harris in the second. Sign Mike Williams, Hassan Reddick, and Chandler Jones. Ooh, that's another pick, man. Chandler Jones and Hassan Reddick. There's 2 more picks, dude. That you can we can fill some of these voids in the offseason for sure. I do like those 2 picks though. Those will definitely help our defense out a lot. He said, that's true, Scoop. How is to-do list ASAP? Help Gannon get a head coaching job. Facts. Everybody cross your fingers that one of these teams think Gannon is that dude so we can get a new defensive coordinator in here on the ASAP. Because he's not aggressive enough for me. He needs to be a little bit more aggressive. I know everybody plays some form of zone defense, but there's lots of different ways. I always watch different games that's be going on every Sunday. And I'd be like, why don't we play defense like that? Why don't we play offense like that even? And these guys got work. Look at Jimmy G. Jimmy G's trash to me a little bit. He's a little bit trash. I think Jalen Hurts is better than Jimmy G. But Jalen G can will his team to win, too, because of all the talent he has around him. He almost gave up that game for the Niners yesterday. But Jimmy G is a winning quarterback. Stats aside, it's about can you pull your team off to a win? And I got to say, Jalen Hurts did a great job with that this year. Some of those bad games, he still scored enough touchdowns at the end of the game to win the game, and that's all that really matters. We can't get hung up on the stats all the time. Let's keep continuing. It said, release Umbrella Man, Rager, Kerrigan, Howard, and find a trade for Brooks and Minshew. I don't know if I like all that. I don't know if I'm trading Minshew, though. I don't think I want to keep Minshew. I think he's a great backup quarterback, and he'll be his second season. So in case we need to bring him into a game, he'll be that much more experienced too. Just like your starting quarterbacks need to get familiar with the system, the backup quarterback need to get familiar with systems too. They need their time to understand the system and understand what the head coach and offensive coordinator like doing in those systems. So I like all that, but I'm keeping Minshew another year. Plus, it's going to give Jalen Hurts some competition this season because Minshew wants to start. So I think this offseason, Minshew's going to try his hardest to do what he needs to do to start. I think Jalen Hurts is going to do what he needs to do to continue starting. And I think this offseason is going to have a nice little quarterback battle. And I think I would start the season off by saying, yeah, there will be a quarterback battle between Minshew and Hurts just to make them work that much harder. For real. Here's the problem. In order for Hurts to develop, he has to be put in position to pass the ball. If we're going to complain about not running the ball, when is Hurts going to develop passing the ball? Like I said, he passed the ball. Like, you can go and find every single game he has some nice throws for the most part. Like, even yesterday, as horrible as he played, when you watch the replay on YouTube, you see he hit some guys pretty much. It's about staying consistent. Being consistent with all his passes. Yes, he got to work on that. But he can throw the ball, my guys. Reading defenses take time. Like I said, it's easy for us to always say, the open guy should have got the ball. But we got to know progressions. We got to know what this man is told to do on that play. Not all those things are his fault, too. And some of the stuff he just got to get better at. But he's a first-year quarterback. And I'm just saying, all the quarterbacks in the NFL that you want to say are great all had years to get good. Y'all love Josh Allen. Josh Allen was garbage his first 2 years, especially his second year. He got Diggs, an elite receiver, and he got better. It takes time to learn how to read these progressions and understand the NFL game. You know what I'm saying? We got to give him time. Like I said, after next year, he don't do it, then fine. Let's all jump on that bandwagon. But until next year gets here, he definitely earned the right to be our starting quarterback next year. See, your quarterback also has to be able to pass the ball. You can't always blame the coaches. The guy has to do their job. Yeah. You can't always blame the coaches, but you do set up the pass with the run. You can say that wasn't done yesterday. And yes, Hurts needs to get better. The receivers need to get better. How many drops we had this year? I'll wait. Lots of drops. So, and that's the part about when you're looking at the totality of Jalen Hurts, you got to add, if you want to do that and talk about his accuracy, talk about all the drops this year. Talk about all the drop touchdowns. Talk about the touchdowns that are called back. Talk about all of it. You got to put all of it when you're making a quarterback, evaluation. You got to put everything in. His good games, his bad games, his running, his legs, his arm, all of it in when you're talking about Jalen Hurts. It's not just simple as saying, oh, he missed some passes, so he's not the guy. Like, there's a lot of things that go into things like that. And I think, you got to look at all of that stuff. You can't just, say, oh, he misses a lot of passes. Well, what about all the drop passes? You guys say, oh, if he's missing me, I don't see how the receiver want to keep playing hard for a guy that misses them all the time. And if I was Jalen Hurts, I'm saying, I've been throwing you dimes all year and you're dropping them. I don't know if I want to keep throwing you the ball. It's both sides. Lurie's hands were in this loss. He must have told Nick Sirianni to throw the ball 30 times. Plus, yesterday, Lurie wanted to show off his new toy on national TV, but the passing attack was not ready. Yeah, and you set the pass up with the run. That's really what it is. Like I never said Nick Sirianni's play calling is just straight trash, but the bottom line is you gotta run the ball to set up the pass. And I don't care about the 8-man box. That's fine. You have an 8-man box, run it up the middle. Don't just run it outside. We could have attacked the middle the whole first quarter, and you wouldn't have these guys running free and loose because they haven't been hit all game. In the second half, we might could have made some moves at the second half, but until you do it, man, it's so easy for people to say, what we could not do. We didn't do. We didn't run the ball. We didn't attempt to run the ball. And that's a huge problem. He says, I don't trust Howie. Facts. Zero faith in him. Facts. The quarterback is, you get quarterbacks like Dak, Russ that kill it day one. And Eagles fans want that. Or they want to move on. Can you imagine if we had Trevor Lawrence? They'll have given up on him by now. Facts. Facts. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to the 25 we got up in here. Much love to you guys, man. I just wanted to talk some football this morning with my coffee, and let's get this stuff to rest. Lay this stuff to rest, We're going to have an exciting season coming up next year. We're going to have Eagles content constantly on this channel. So make sure you guys are subbed up and ready to roll this offseason. A lot of big things coming. He said Deshaun Watson. I don't want Deshaun Watson. All the stuff we're going to give up for Deshaun Watson, and he hasn't played in over a year. Nope. You can keep that head drama. The press that comes with it. All that stuff. No. They can keep Deshaun Watson. Washington can stay exactly where he's at. And I kind of hope Flores gets that job because Flores wants Watson. So he can stay there and Watson can stay in the Texans organization. And y'all act like Deshaun Watson's a winner. They had weapons in the Texans. And yes, he put up numbers, but they still lost football games. And he never came up clutch at the end of games. Jalen might not put up the numbers all the time, but he is definitely a clutch quarterback. He's clutch when the time comes for him to be clutch to win the game. Your opinion on Howie BZ? Does he stare? How he's staying, guys? We can get over that. My opinion, your opinion, none of that stuff matter. How he's staying. Howie is a smart man who put himself in position to stay on this football team from the situation that he got the football team in. He's the only one that can get the Eagles out of this. And he's done a decent job. Like, is he the best GM in the league? Top 10. Is he the worst? Definitely not. There's a lot of other worse organizations and GMs out there. How he's just, like I always said, he was good at money. He was good at free agency, and he sucked at the draft. So he was good at 2 out of 3. But the last couple of drafts, man, he's getting better at drafting. Whether it's him or the people in the room or what. But I think last draft was a good draft. We got some good quality players out of it. Top 5 quarterback, he's young. I'm a Rams fan. You guys can't roll with Hurts. He's horrible. He's not horrible being the 13th over. If the whole NFL ranked him 13th overall and he's Pro Bowl alternate, that's not horrible. Like I said, the worst you can say about Jalen Hurts is you think he's an average quarterback. And that's fine for his first year starting. Like I said, all your great quarterbacks that you're talking about, they all were just as bad, if not worse, than Jalen Hurts this first year. All of them. Go check it out. That's what stats, that's what game. You can see the wins. You can see the stats. You can, whatever you want to compare it on, you can go check it out. That's why Jalen broke so many records this year. He's that dude. He's going to get better. And Watson, you guys are saying top 5 quarterback where? When? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? 2 years ago, because 2 years ago, or even last year, what did Watson play last year? I'm pretty sure that they were 4-12. You don't think a lot of those yards came in garbage time? He was on a crappy football team. I don't want Watson and a headache he's going to bring. Hey, much love to you too, John Jones. Thanks for stopping by. And shout out to all my new subscribers. Shout out to all my old subscribers. And shout out to all the future subscribers to come, man. You know what I'm saying? I love all you guys. This has been a fun 7 to 8 months right now. I'm like 7.5 months in. And it was a good season, man. I'm just excited for this off season. You know, I'm going to bring you guys a lot of great content. It's going to be a fun ride. So I'm glad you guys are here to enjoy it with me. Did someone mention massage? Sean Watson? Yeah. Watson, and I don't even think he's going to get out of this, guys. If he was going to get out of it, it would have been done already. It would have been done. Like, this is a deep deal. This guy's not playing football next year. I don't think he is. Yeah, I'll keep Howie. Like I said, there's going to be worse GMs out there. I'm keeping Howie. You know? And I'm seeing if he learns from his mistakes. In the last couple of years, I think he's learned from his mistakes. Like, I'm not saying he's the best GM in the league or nothing. To be honest, I wish we can get Ozzie Newsome from the Ravens. Bring him out of retirement. He could be our GM because I think that dude was a stud. He knows how to go get aggressive defensive players and bring to a squad and make you have an awesome, awesome defense. He said Dak has always been in a position to succeed. That's why they took Lamb and traded a first round for Coop when they needed a defense player. We have money and draft picks to do the same for Hurts. Exactly, Chris. That's exactly what I'm saying. And not just Dak. Because Dak also had Gallup, Wilson. Like I said, go to Arizona. You got they went to Hopkins, AJ Green, Kirk, Rondé Moore. You know what I'm saying? Go to Tampa Bay. They had Galladay, Evans. They had AB most of the year. Gronk, Howard, Brett, Leonard Fournette, Jones. Like, you got to get weapons, multiple weapons. And I'm not just talking about good players, star players on your roster. It's becoming like the NBA now, where the teams are trying to see how many star players they can get on the roster to fit inside that small little salary cap. And that's what you got to do to keep up with some of these elite teams. Yes, Mrs. BIRDGANG, hit that subscribe like my boy Notion Gang. Say Garoppolo's just as bad as Hurts. Rams for life. He got to learn behind the GOAT and got paid and still is trash. But how does he not get crucified like Hurts? Exactly. Facts. And even Aaron Rodgers got to learn behind Brett Favre for 2 years before he even stepped on the football field. Like, you guys are crucifying Hurts. And that's what makes you guys kind of seem a little silly. Like, you got to be realistic about the situation, too. True, Chris, but it's how we're going to do that, though. It's a possibility, man. It's a possibility. I'm sorry, Dallas let everyone in America on the whole planet down. Right? Hey, man. Dallas did what Dallas does. You know? Dallas did what Dallas does. Y'all got a big decision. Y'all got a lot of money in Dak. So y'all better figure it out. Because that contract's going to affect y'all sooner or later. He said, nah, I think he's getting out. I promise you he's not going nowhere. Who do you think got the 3 first-round picks? I promise you that contract's going to be set up before Howie leaves. His contract's going to be signed before the draft comes next year. He's going to be here for at least another 2 years. That's for sure. Facts, Odieso. He said, oh, here we go. What up, Coach Dante? He said, none of them yards came in garbage time for Watson. Only had 1 losing season. We're talking about the 4-12 season. That's what we're talking about, because that's the last time you can say he was a top 5 quarterback. And at 4-12, I'm pretty positive. And everybody every year have garbage time stats. Everybody. Every quarterback in the league. Whether your team is up or down, there's garbage time stats there. Not every game's a nail biter to the end of the game. So, unless that happened for 16 games, Dante, I know he's your boy. I know you love him, but he had garbage time stats. Every quarterback gets garbage time stats. And that's just a fact. Watson, first year, he was MVP candidate. Cool. But you got Hopkins, best receiver in the game. Better be something special. That's why none of those arguments are valid. Can't be like, oh, a guy had the best receiver in the game, and he was a candidate. Well, Jalen Hurts had nobody really, because even Devontae Smith got a lot of improvement, and he's a Pro Bowl alternate. Come on now, and ranked top, top 15 in the league, 13 overall. Come on, that means they said that only 12 other quarterbacks played better than Jalen Hurts this year, and it's 32 teams. Come on now. If you were in GM position, what or who would you draft? Oh, like I said, I don't know if you heard me. Like I said, I'm keeping all 3 picks. I'm signing Dame with 15. Harris. Well, I guess I would sign Harris just to get it over with. Harris with 16, and I will get Sauce with the 19th pick. Those will be my 3 guys that first round, right off the jump. Upgrade the defense. Have a good corner, 2 good linebackers, back to back. Like I said, they can be on stage together, take the picture together. You know, both were in the national championship. Both had great championship games. Both can go sideline to sideline, make tackles, lay that wood on the football field, man. That's what I would do with it. And Howie and Lurie's press conference today and tomorrow. I don't know. We got to check that out. You know, it's probably going to come sometime today. So Ozzie Newsome blood is black and purple. Yeah, that's true. That's true. The Harbaugh's from the Eagles, so maybe Harbaugh can give us a little handout and tell them, hey, that would be a good organization to go to. You know, the Eagles got a lot of good coaches in the league. We got connections to a lot of good people. But I understand what you're saying. Like he retired as a Raven because he didn't want to go nowhere else. But I would love to pull him out of that retirement, boy. And that's a guy. Just like Carson Wentz was an MVP candidate before he messed his knee up in 2017. That means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now we're going back too many years. Like, that means nothing at all about what Deshaun Watson can bring to your football team this upcoming year, or even if he doesn't even play next year, the year after that. The more years you're out of the league, the worse you're getting, my guy. He's not getting better right now. That's for sure. You think they would clear him from all his legal issues, coaches? Yeah, I don't think he's getting cleared. That's a pipe dream, man. Told you the slow start would come back to bite us. Exactly. And that's why I be tripping when everybody's like the defense played good. That slow start was the same slow start we did the last 5 weeks of the season, where we let teams go up, 14 and 17 points and expect the offense to bail us out. Like, the offense, don't get me wrong. When I say it, don't get me wrong. The offense played like crap too. But this was a team loss. Everybody gets a share of the blame. And we just got to chalk it up to the better team won. The better coaches won yesterday. Nelson's supposed to be to the Eagles, NFC Cowboys, in the NFC Championship game maybe next year. Yeah, that's possible. I know we're going to be there. Gail Wilson is better. CeeDee Lamb, Dean, Sauce, Harris, Reddick could revamp the defense. We can have a chance to turn this ship around. 12-5 next year. Draft Robinson to replace Howard. Yes, I do like Robinson, running back from Alabama. I think we can probably get him in like the third, too. Like, that would be a great pickup. I like that. But yeah, all those guys, man. And that's who Garrett Wilson is a beast. Olivier, too. Is that his name? Olivia, whatever his name is. The other guy that's on the side of that boy Wilson at Ohio State. Both of them, those dudes are good receivers. So if you can get one of those, whichever one of those receivers fell to the second round. would be great. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's Olivier, whether it's Mechie, whether it's if Sauce falls to the second round. I mean, not Sauce. Williams falls to the second round because of his injury. Any of one of those guys, really. Just go pick the best players off Alabama and Georgia, basically. You know what I'm saying? Get as many of those players as you can in the draft, and it'll be good. The Houston Texans win in every game. Those are not guards time stat. You said the Houston Texans win in every game. When the hell have the Houston Texans won games? Am I missing something, Coach? I know you're a Houston fan, but you got to be real. Houston ain't won nothing in a long time, my guy. So I don't understand how you think that those were not. You said they were in every game? I don't know about that. Maybe I'll check it out, though. I'll pull them up. But, man, Houston sucks. No offense. But they're not a good football team. You know what I'm saying? They're not. They haven't been for a couple years now. But I wasn't allowed to talk about the slow start because a win is a win. And what game was I watching? All right. You can talk about it, man. It was a slow start again, man. 3-Card Monte, what's up, my guy? Welcome to the stream. He says, I'm actually proud of our Eagles. This was really Jalen Hurts' rookie season. When we put more weapons around him, he'll be unstoppable. Exactly. My ceiling for Jalen Hurts is definitely MVP candidate level. If Cam Newton can win an MVP, if guys like Lamar Jackson can win the MVP, I would say that Jalen Hurts can still win the MVP. You know? We don't know his ceiling yet. He hasn't got there yet. He says, I think Howie Roseman is going to get a quarterback. I just don't know if it's free agent or if he's going to draft. I don't want to draft none of these quarterbacks. And the best thing about it is next year, not this year, but next year, there's even better quarterbacks coming out. So you might as well roll with Hurts until then. Build your team. You still have a first-round pick the next draft anyway. Get your quarterback then if that's what you need to do. If that's what you need to do. Y'all can forget about Watson. Watson and Flores keep it in close contact. Watson goes wherever Flores goes. Facts. That's all I see. I seen last night, too. After I did my long stream, I went on YouTube and they were saying how Flores was thinking about going to the Giants and he was bringing Watson with him. Wherever Flores goes, that's where Watson's going. And I doubt that we're getting rid of Nick Sirianni. So that means he's not coming here. So that pipe dream is done. Aaron Rodgers not coming here either. Our team's not good enough yet for Aaron Rodgers to leave Green Bay. I really think he might even stay there to retire. Like, because they let Love come in for some games this year, and he wasn't playing that great. So the organization is smart. They're going to keep A-Rod as long as possible. And Russell Wilson, like I said, I don't want a Russell Wilson that didn't play as good as Jalen Hurts did this year. So why would you want to downgrade the position? Hurts doesn't use Smith. What makes you think he'll use Ridley? Hurts doesn't use Smith? What do you mean? He threw it to him a lot this year. I think he'll use any receivers on his team. He just needs better receivers. How's the quarterback to get the best receiver in the game to football? You have to have a quarterback to get the best receiver to game to football? Yes and no. Yes, no. You got to throw the ball. All quarterback throw the ball. Devontae Smith just broke the rookie record on our team. And who we have when Deshaun Jackson was, we had Donovan McNabb at that time. He went to 5 NFC championships. Jalen Hurts had better stats than Donovan McNabb had starting. So how don't we have a quarterback? I don't understand. But I do know elite receivers make quarterbacks better. I know that much. They get open a lot more than normal receivers. They make big plays than normal receivers. That's why they're elite. You know? So I don't know, man. I know you're a Texas boy. I know you love your Texans, my guy. I'm not saying move on with her because give him another year. It's just not going to make excuses for him performance yesterday. We're not just talking about his performance yesterday. Like, that's just what we already said that was trash. I said that was trash a long time ago. Jalen played like trash yesterday. Dak played like trash yesterday. Ben Roethlisberger played like trash yesterday. A lot of good quarterbacks played like trash yesterday. Only one team wins in these playoff games, man. But, our team, it wasn't just the fact that Jalen played like trash. Our coaches coached like trash. Our defense played like trash in the first half. Our special teams played like trash. Our team is just less qualified. What's a weaker team out of the two? They had a better team than us. They had better coaches than us. We were the worst team. We lost. That's how simple plain that is. We were expecting them to do big things, continue this number one rushing attack, and go in there and run the ball. That was our only hope to win the game, was by keeping Brady off the field by running the ball. And then we thought, okay, we had a fighter's chance to win the game. But when we didn't run the ball, that was a wrap right then and there. You could have ended anything that happened the rest of that game. If Hutchinson is there, do you get him? Yes, of course. Of course. But like I said, what's that dude? Thibodeau's and Hutchinson, top 10 picks. You're going to have to trade 15 and 16 to get up there. Unless you can do something like trade 15 and next year's first round pick and keep 3 picks this year. That would be a good move to go up and get Thibodeau's or Hutchinson. I would like that. So Watson was an MVP caliber player after his ACL. It does mean something. What does it mean if you're not winning games? There's a lot of good quarterbacks that don't win games. That means you're not a winner. I don't want no quarterback that's not no winner, my guy. And caliber quarterback, he never won an MVP. Do you think Watson's better than Cam Newton? Think him better than Lamar Jackson? And why they got MVPs and Watson don't? If he's so great. I'm just saying. And you don't even know if Jalen's getting better. How you going to say he's 23 years old? You don't know what Jalen's going to do this offseason? Oh, it's Panthers GOAT, a building Pat Coltrane. What up, my guy? He said, what's good, BIRDGANG? Good season, Eagles Nation. Thanks, man. Shout out to you, my guy, man. I really hope you don't retire, my guy. You that GOAT. I definitely want to do some more collabs with you, my guy. So hopefully you don't retire. Stay in the game, my guy. I just started. So we need to replace Gannon and get a real defense coordinator. And that's facts, too. I think that is 100% facts. We need a different guy. He's not the dude. I pray he gets a head coaching job. Don't act like you talked about the slow start. You told everyone to be happy. We won that Giants game. Don't act like you talked about the slow starts. Man, I've been talking about the slow starts. What are you talking about? I'm happy on wins. At the end of the season, I just wanted to make the playoffs. I really didn't care how we won. But I knew that that's what we were having. If you watched all my pods last week, I said we didn't need to. We can't start slow against these guys. JSN is a beast too, but he was just a freshman. Who's JSN, Marianne? You sound like a good player. Pat Coltrane. On a trash team, he threw 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That's pretty good. That's showing his ability to still being able to perform. Okay. He said 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Trash team. Yeah, okay. But he didn't win games. You want a guy that can come over here and put up big stats but not win football games? Don't like that. I don't like that at all. Hey, you're a Texan fan. Hope that you guys get Flores and you can keep Deshaun Watson. And we'll see what Watson does with the rest of his career. How about that one? Y'all see the Cowboys ran break the TVs and shoot his TV. Yeah. The Cowboys lost their minds, and I would too if the same thing keeps happening to me every year. It'd be kind of heartbreaking. Did you not watch the game? At the end of the game, you had like 20, 30 people crying on national TV. It was sad, man. It was sad. You're saying 2 linebackers and cornerback in the first, BG? What about DN? If we got the 2 linebackers and the cornerback in the first, that's more assuming that we took care of the DN spot in free agency. Going to go get like Hassan Reddick or Calais Campbell or what was the other guy that they had up there earlier? But one of these veteran DNs that can come in here and make some noise. They still got some good going on in their system. He said there's no depth there with the possible departure of Barnett and Graham. And Graham's not leaving next year. He might, this next coming up season. He might leave the year after or something like that, but he's not leaving next year. But I get what you're saying. But, yeah, I think we can get like a Riddick or one of these boys that's on the free agent market to fill that DN. Just get a younger one. Don't go get the oldest guy. Like, Calais Campbell's old, but he still makes plays at an old age. So I like Calais Campbell. But I would get him because he's just a monster. But, like Riddick and one of these other guys, man, Chandler Jones, put these guys on that end spot, man. You can fill that in free agency and then go get your stud linebacker. Think if you got like a Chandler Jones, put him on the end, or Calais Campbell, put him on that other end. Sweat would be back better next year. Barnett probably leaving. These young guys get more developed. If you got 2 stud linebackers and a cornerback, man, our defense will be a lot better next year. I think we need to get a safety too, shit. I like listening to Gate City talk about the Eagles. He's more reasonable. Right? I love Gate. You can't get the quarterback from getting the ball to the best receiver in the game. You have to have a quarterback to get the football to those receivers. I'm not, but I'm saying, like, you're saying it's hard to get the ball to the best receiver in the game. I'm saying that's not a hard thing to do for a quarterback. That's what I'm saying. If you got the best in the game, Kyler Murray, before he had Hopkins, was struggling. He still struggles with Hopkins, even though he didn't play this year, but he still struggled with Hopkins. So it doesn't matter. I'm saying you need to get as many of those good receivers to help your quarterback out as possible. That's what I'm saying. So, BIRDGANG, if Mike Williams from the Chargers is there as a GM, would you go after him or Ridley? Williams. If you just gave me those 2 options, I'm taking Williams. He's a bigger guy. And we already got a Ridley and Devontae Smith. They're like the same person. So I would definitely take Williams in that situation. But I wouldn't mind getting both of them. It was terrible to see what we put on the field. I surely had high hopes for this team. Me too, Drew. Me too. I had really high hopes for this team. I thought big things were about to happen. And I was pumping us up all week long. And I was like, Super Bowl, baby. We about to get it. Let's go. Woo! Number 1 rush team, top 10, 15 defense. That's unstoppable. That's recipes for success. But then our coach came in and didn't run the ball, so Nick being Nick, I guess. If we don't sign Howard back, I'll go get James Robinson from Jacksonville. Travis will be back for them next year, and then they stop using him and start putting the Hyde in. He would compliment Sanders. Robinson had a good year too, yeah. That's another guy you can see. I just don't want Howard back, really. I think that stinger happened again. He was out for some weeks, and he wasn't productive over the last little stretch here, man. Have to find that video, Robert. Man, I love Sirianni. He's legit. Straight legit. Cap. There's a video because Richie always know how to get those out. By Eagles fans' logic, Jordan Love is still a rookie. No, he's not. He's a second-year player that don't start, though. You can't say he's in his first year starting yet. Just like, say Aaron stays another year, and then Jordan Love starts his first year starting the next year, then that will be his first year starting. And you got to base him on that. When you started playing, when you were the guy, not when you got drafted. If you got drafted, sat the bench for 5 years, you sat the bench for 5 years. You're not, you're a 6-year starter, but that still is your first year starting. Just like Aaron Rodgers, he sat the bench and then came in. And he had struggles his first year too, so. Hurts went to Rager. More to Smith. Yeah, and I even think some of that's even kind of politics. They're trying to get the best out of Rager for some reason because they know what they have in Smith. That's what I think. But Rager's not that dude. That Texas. Hurts, what's it? Those guys probably because of the sign. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. You got to know what the play progressions were for Jalen Hurts before you say if he went to the right guy or not. I pulled out that a little bit. Facts true. We need a elite quarterback trade for Dak. Yeah, right. Dak's not elite. Did you not watch the Cowboys offense the last 5 games of the season? That's suspect at best. I know he had the same stats yesterday as Jalen Hurts had, but Dak's been starting in this league for a lot longer than Jalen Hurts. Just his first year starting for Jalen Hurts. Dak's been starting for years. Same thing, different outcome. He's more of a winner than Hurts. How? Jalen's first year, 23-year-old, he's in the playoffs. When has Watson even went to the playoffs? How's he more of a winner? That makes no sense. We weren't even supposed to make the playoffs. Heck, we weren't even supposed to predict he's going to win a amount of games that win. He did his job this season. Hopefully he'll get better. Facts. Pre-first round Monday. Build a team on both sides of the ball. We're going to put Hurts in position to prove himself. What a top 10 offense and D next year. Exactly. Dallas decline. NFC is trash. Facts, man. I like it. That's what I think we need to do. And then that will give you guys more ammo to say if Jalen's that guy or not. Build a good football team first, because football teams win championships, not players. Football. How many Super Bowls do you guys remember where there were suspect quarterbacks that won the Super Bowl? A lot. Because if you have a dominating defense and a good offense with a quarterback that's not turning the ball over that much, you can win a championship. Good stream. Hey, man, have a great one. Enjoy your day. There's grounds for a quarterback competition next year for the Eagles. And we got a guy to compete with him, Gardner Minshew. He's sitting right there in our locker room already. He wants to be a starter. Everybody's clamoring for Gardner to play. So why not let them battle it out in the offseason? He's already here. We ain't got to go get nobody. We got that guy here already. If he's that dude, he'll be that dude. And Rodgers not going anywhere. He wants to win a Super Bowl. Facts. And what up, JT? Yeah, we haven't seen you in a while, man. Glad to see you back on the air. Randy Gregory. Are you a Cowboys fan? Randy Gregory, man. Come on. He's good, but he ain't all that, man. Hey, thanks, man. If I was GM, the Eagles would be undefeated next year. Trust me. I'll pick the right players. Her swag call. What's good, my guy? How you doing today? Here's the thing, BG, knowing Howie and the 3 picks, he won't trade any of them. That's why the owner lets him pick the picks he wants, right? Yeah, man. We don't need to trade it. We need that elite talent. I wouldn't trade not one of them. And since they're not top 10 picks, they're in the back half of the draft. That's only like $6 million for all 3 players on their rookie contracts hitting the books. That's perfect, If we had 3 top 10 picks now, that would be something you want to think about. That's a lot more money, but we can do that. This team hasn't drafted a linebacker since, man, a good linebacker since Trotter. Trotter, last really good linebacker we drafted. Hicks turned out to be a good linebacker before our team. He was hurt a lot, so I can't say that was really a great pick. The defense is so bad. A lot of time hurt has zero margin for error. Exactly. Imagine a top 10 defense next year forcing more punts, getting hurt, more chance to get the ball back. Then the elite running game. I like that. I like that train of thought. Jared Robinson out of UCLA, 1979. That's far back. Damn. What's good, my guy? So Cowboys talking mad talk today. I bet you they are, man. They're feeling pretty bad there. What up, Prince? How you doing? Hey, shout out to all you guys still here. We got 25 in here. We about to hit that 2-hour bar. Please make sure all you guys like and subscribe. If you have not subscribed, Bird Gang is on the way to 2K. We need about 24 more subs. Let's get them up. Let's get them lights up. Help the algorithm. So my only fear is the Eagles pass on Dean and him going to the Cowboys. That would suck. That would suck if the Cowboys got another good linebacker and the Eagles pass. If that situation happened, I will be pissed. And Howie would need to go somewhere. If you can even fix your mouth to pass on a guy that qualified like Dean, if Dean is sitting there at 15 and you go, I don't think we need a linebacker. I'm going to get a lineman or something like that. You should get fired right then and there. You don't even get to make the next pick. And they're back-to-back picks. So you can't Dean is not a guy you pass up on at all. He's there on the clock at 15. You turn that card in ASAP. It shouldn't take no time. It should be. And the Eagles select with the 15 pick Dean, Najobi Dean, whatever his name is. He said, hell no, I'll trade Minshew for maybe a third rounder or maybe for like a DB. If he did that, though, what are you doing, though, with the backup? Because we still need a good backup quarterback. You can go get a rookie that still has to learn the system, or would you rather have a veteran that already knows the system going into the system for his second year? That if Jalen Hurts go down, you have more confidence in coming in, stepping in and playing. Because he actually knows the system. Like a rookie, no rookie's going to come and pick up this system and be able to play like in case we need them ASAP, man. That's just not going to happen. Assume your free agent targets aren't available at the end. Howie has always prioritized the transfers. I don't see 2 linebackers in the first when that hasn't been a focus since the 70s. And I understand what you're saying, and that's why I said, Lindy, that I would do something we're not normally used to doing. Because that is a priority need position, linebacker. And we can use more than one of them if you want. If you're keeping JG next year, you go get 2 new linebackers. That's where you need to start. Whether you do 2 back-to-back in the picks like that will help you have young, low-cost linebackers for the next 4 or 5 years. Or you get Dean and you get a free agent linebacker and bring here. You got to do one of those 2, though. We need 2 stud linebackers in this defense if JG is going to have any chance to have success in the league, man. B.G. Bellburn and Jerry Robinson were the last 2 linebackers this team has had in over. Oh, wow. Didn't we draft Trotter, though, after that? I say the 2 picks between y'all. He said, I said the 2 picks between y'all, 3 picks will be Hall of Farmers. Do you feel that way? I said, dude, between y'all's 3 picks will be Hall of Farmer. What's Hall of Farmer? Oh, Hall of Famers. 2 picks between your 3 would be Hall of Famers. Yeah. If you knock them out of the park, you get a Dean. If you got Dean and Harris, yes, for sure. Because I think them together, you got 2 young talents like that on the same roster, man. You're doing some damage, man. You're doing some straight damage. I think it'd be a good call, and I think, we should consider doing something we never did and picking them both up. But there's other ways you can go. Like I said, you can get a cornerback. You can get that DT. Long as you're producing 3 high quality players on the defensive side of the ball, then yeah, it's a win. It's a good draft. Good draft. Get 3 starters, A1 starters in the first round on defense, and you got a good draft. Yeah, exactly. That's what I get what you're saying now. Yeah, and that's facts too, man. He said, "I love Fletcher, but we need to get rid of him and get younger. He's too much cap, though." Yeah, but like I said, there is a way, man. If you can find a trading scenario where Fletcher will want to go play on that team, you can work that contract, to take away some of that dead cap money and make the trade, Or you have to get a higher trade value back because you will be eating up so much dead cap money. So either way works out for us. The problem with that is first round picks are expensive, especially high. If we take 2 linebackers, how do you keep both when their rookie deal is up? Like I was saying, you're not gonna have to worry about that until 5 years down the road. You don't know the cap. You don't have to re-sign them both in the same year. If they're both playing lights out, they're probably both gonna want more money come year 3. Year 3, sign one of them, make the other one wait. There's ways around that. I don't ever worry about the money part. That's all. You can always finagle the money situation. You know what I'm saying? Like the money thing, that's not even bad. But for the next 3 years, you won't have to worry about touching that money. You can let these guys ball out, be Pro Bowlers, all pros, and all that stuff, man. And you got a good defense. You got some real leaders at the linebacker position on your defense, man. Like I said, I doubt Howie would go back-to-back like that. I'm just saying if I was GM, I would go back-to-back like that and get 2 stud linebackers back-to-back. But then even if you don't go back-to-back, I think, there's a couple of other linebackers too that you can get in the second round that can still come in and start on this team and be some good playmaking linebackers. Well, they say that Lloyd guy, I think his name Lloyd. We're going to break it all down this offseason. By the time draft, we're going to have it all down, broken down, and we're going to figure it out. But is Williams going to be a free agent? Who would you give up if you're GM? What do you mean, who would I give up? I think Williams is a free agent this year. So you don't have to give up anything for him. You just go sign him. And San Diego probably would. San Diego, they got a tricky situation about re-signing him. He'll have to take like a hometown discount to stay there. So you go get him. Go get him. And we can get rid of anybody past Quez Watkins. So Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, all the rest of receivers on our roster, I will get rid of. Start fresh. Get some better players out there. They're better to play the higher they were asking for. Quite a gamble. And that's true. But guess what? You don't have to worry about that for years. You get one early, so you don't have to pay as much as you should have to. You get the other one late, or you go draft another linebacker over the next couple of years. That's good too. And trade the other one. There's a lot of ways around it, though. But either way, being in first round, you get the 5th-year option. You really don't have to do nothing for 5 years. No matter how much of a stud they really are, you won't have to do anything for 5 years. So, boom, boom, hit that like. We still got 25 up in here. Much love to you guys. He said, blame coaches this game. Awful play calling. They were completely outcoached. Tampa knew to stop the run. Once Gannon figured it out, it was too late. Facts. If I'm GM, I give the Chargers either Rager or Deja, both of them. But the problem there is that he's Howie's pick. Yeah, but like I said, he's a free agent. We don't have to give up anything for him at all. We just go sign them. We don't have to give nobody up. Rager knows, boys. We can't cut Rager, but you can figure something out to make a trade for Rager. Get his the money off the books. What up, Reed 223? How you doing today, my guy? Welcome to the stream. Said blame coaches this game. Awful play calling. They were completely outcoached. Tampa Bay. You could have stopped the run. Facts. Can you get a wrench? Yeah, man. I can't do it on this phone, but I'll get you a wrench. I'll get you one. We get you hooked up. What up, Jinx? Welcome back, my guy. But yeah, so you guys let me know who you guys think. Which way would you do it? Give me a free agent receiver and what you'll do with the first 3 picks of the draft. You know, let me know. I want to see if you guys were GM, free agent receiver, and which one of the free agent receivers would you get? And let's get some draft picks. Who you want in the draft? Samuel Rowe, you need a ranch too? Are you an Eagles fan? I gotta see you a couple more times, my guy. Gotta see you a couple more times. You stay in here, we might get you a wrench too. Yeah, it was a fire stream last night. You go, Gran, you're awesome. Gran passes out those wrenches. Yeah, linebacker. Center can come later. More DBs. But which players, not which positions, which players would you go get? If you know any college players for the draft or free agents, which players you get? Linebacker, strong safety, cornerback. Yeah, that's nice too, James. Having no football sucks. Start the new season already. Facts. But we're going to make it fun. If you get a wrench, you have to push it out. BG31 content on Eagle private pages. You have to work hard. Facts. You tell them, Grant. Richie. He said, trade those picks for 2 or 3 proven young All-Pros. See what 2 All-Pros did for Dallas defense. Facts. You know? Especially like Parsons. I think Dean can be just as much as an impact, you know, but as Parsons, man, Dean's a great linebacker. Big time responsibility comes with a wrench. Ain't always fun in games. Grant, I love you, my guy. You funny. Got the tool shit. Yes, he does. You let her handle all the wrenches and stuff like that, you know. And if you're just here in the stream, you know, we see you enough times, man. You know, you're not, you know, causing trouble in the chat. You're just a supporter that love talking football. Then we hand out, you know, I try to get you guys wrenches because the more you grow, the more people you need wrenches so they can help block the trolls. He said Mike Williams, pick him up, get linebacker, cornerback at the end, free agent, get another running back. If we promote Holtman to the team, have him or Scott battle it out for the second stream, and with pick up some receiver also from free agency. Okay. But do you have a certain linebacker, cornerback, end that you will want to pick with the 15, 16, and 19 pick? And I'm done with Huntley too, though, for real. I'm tired of these players with potential. That's not studs. Like, let them go. Like, if we could, I would wholesale clear out a whole lot of players off our team. You know what I'm saying? A lot of players that we've been hanging on to these last couple of years, trying to wait for them to bust out. And some of these players, no. I would get rid of them. I'll just listen for now. Good talk. Gotta save it for a cloud BG. Hit the DM later. We'll schedule something. For sure, Lindy. For sure. We definitely do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm always down. Hell, this wasn't even a scheduled live. I just felt like I was like the house asleep, making some coffee, and I'm going live. I got tired of hearing people hating my quarterback. But yeah, I'm gonna hit you up for sure. More like those dang annoying Russian bots, right? They're everywhere. Won't stop commenting on my comments. Yeah, exactly. Bots suck. Then next year, who's your favorite in the NFC East? Why is it the Cowboys? Hey, the Cowboys are not my favorite. I think the Eagles are going to be number one. We're going to take the division back next year. The Cowboys come in second. Oh, little brother in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing today, brother? Much love. Thanks for stopping by. Just chilling. Talking that football. Shout out to JP the poet. One of the best poets in the business. You know what I'm saying? A great, talented guy there, man. Much love to you, little brother. Yeah. But yeah, I think the Eagles win the division next year. Cowboys come in second. Washington come in third. And Giants stay where they at. Oh, man. But the Cowboys, man, it doesn't matter what y'all do in the season. It doesn't. Y'all can win games. Y'all need to break the curse. Since Romo, like Mark Holmes said, since Romo botched that snap, y'all been cursed, my guy. Cursed. Can't even get a first round playoff win. If you get a ranch, you have to handle. Get a handle on Randall, if you know what I mean. You're so stupid, Grand. Go Eagles, yes, sir. Every day and twice on Sunday. He said, what good is winning the NFC East when you can't make it out of the wild card round, right? The Cowboys, man, they've been cursed for a minute, man. I feel bad for beating them. Shit, you know I deserve a ranch. Tim, yeah, we're going to get you one too, man. After the stream, guys, I'm going to go back and throw some more ranches out there. And then just continue to come to the streams. We'll get everybody that need a ranch when it's time for them to get one for sure. That game hurt my heart. Bro, to watch and just play some trash. Slay Lotta. Yeah, facts. Slay did play a little trash. Lotta definitely played like trash yesterday. Dickerson and Smith, I'll keep everyone else who can kick rocks, bro. Prediction. Kelsey leaves. Yeah. What do you guys think? You guys think Kelsey's coming back next year? What do you think he's done? What do you guys think with the Kelsey thing? And part B to that is if Kelsey leaving, are you leaving Dickerson at guard or are you sliding him at center? And let Sam Malo come back and play guard. The Lions are cursed. Yeah, the Lions are cursed too. They definitely are cursed. But the Cowboys, man, they have all these winning. They're always the paper champs. You know, they're always winning these games, but they can't do nothing in the playoffs, man. It sucks for them. The Kings in the East, yeah. Okay. I don't get you nowhere. Like yesterday, you felt a lot worse than we did. We weren't supposed to be in the playoffs. You guys were division champions. You got knocked by a team that was third in their division. They weren't first. They weren't second. They were third in the division. They still knocked you off. So I'll take the losing to the champions, Tom Brady and the Bucs, way over taking a third division place type player. Top team. He said Kelsey's coming back. That would be awesome. I think he got another year left in him. I think he got another year. Yeah, hit that subscribe. You're not subscribed to Bird Gang, man. Like I said, we're 25, 24 away from 2K. First year. Help me get there if you have not subscribed. I bring out Eagles content every day, dropping lives. And that is the network. If you guys No matter what team you are, you can go subscribe to the network. That is definitely growing this off season. My network, it's an all sports network. We got a lot of great things coming on the network this off season over the next week or two. So make sure you guys go hit that link too. Go subscribe. If you subscribe to me, if you like my content, go subscribe to the network because we got some more content creators over there. And we're bringing a whole new fire this off season. That network's going to definitely be blown up. So make sure y'all hit that sub for me. Help Bird Gang out. Let's get that network monetized. He's a Quay Walker from Georgia. Brandon Smith from Penn State. Oh, okay. So you saying that's what you do with 15 and 16? I heard about that Brandon Smith guy. He's pretty good. Walker's pretty good too. There's another one on Alabama too. That's not Harris. It's the other one, Anderson. Anderson from Alabama is pretty good too. I like that guy. Where we at? 2:16. We'll probably go another 15 minutes, man. 2.5 hour stream. That'd be good. So whatever else you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it. For the next 15 minutes, and Bird Gang gotta get this day started. And don't forget tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time, the season 1 finale of Birds of Broad Street with me, Philly Notion, Cool Cat Connors, and One Trey Rock. You know, we were putting a wrap to this season. Birds of Broad Street is one of the funnest, best shows on Monday you can watch. So make sure you guys get out there and check it out. And actually, you can do it off my channel because we stream it to my channel as well. So, be ready to come back tonight at 5. Well, at 6 p.m. Eastern. 5 for me, but more confident that Kels stays. Lane Johnson takes time off, maybe a season to get his head and mind in order. Starting O-line would be my lot of Kels, Sam Mala, Driscoll, and Clark. I don't know if Lane needs to take time off, man. If that's the case, trade him. We got to get rid of Brooks, too. We got to trade Brooks. He can't come back another year. Driscoll, I want to see if Lane leaves, I want Driscoll playing tackle. I don't really like Driscoll at guard. I'm not that big of a fan of that. Kels, yes, definitely stay Mailata. Dickerson and Sam Malo. I want Sam Malo to play center. So I wanted to go Mailata, Dickerson, or actually, if you're keeping Kels, Sam Malu, Driscoll. That would be my starting lineup. Oh, what's up? It's Bird Gang 31 in the building. Salute to the GOAT. How you doing today, my guy? Hope all is good. Hope all is good, Mr. Bird Gang. Salute to you, my guy. You the truth, my guy. You the truth. I forgot I'm about to drop the link. It's call in. That's funny. That's funny. Jinx loves it. Jinx loves it. But yeah, man, it's fun. Had some great talks today, as we always do, man. Like I said, shout out to all you guys. Much love to you guys. Make sure you guys hit that like on the way out. Looks like we're out of questions, so Bird Gang's gonna get up out of here. Like I said, check me out tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to bring the season finale of Birds of Broad Street. And it's going to be a great show. So we're going to definitely have some fun with it. He said Philly picks 3 times before Dallas picks at 24. When we end up with the better picks, you'll fire Howie. Yes. If you got one player at 24 that's better than the 3 picks that we get before then, yeah, Howard needs to get fired. That'll be horrible. Sweet, can't wait. All right, my guy. Says if the Rams lose tonight, does that prove trading away draft picks to win championship does not work? Facts. If the Rams lose tonight, it's just because they got a garbage quarterback. Matthew Stafford always been a stat guy that can throw, but he chokes, man. It's more than just passing the ball. It's a lot. It's leadership. It's having that gamer mentality. Someone that's, is a winner, regardless of what stats he is, as long as he win games. Like you said, Jimmy G's not the best quarterback at all. He's kind of garbage. But you can't say that Jimmy G don't win football games. You know? It's just about winning. At the end of the day, is your quarterback winning you football games? Is your quarterback losing you football games? You know? And if your quarterback's winning football games, it really shouldn't matter what stats he has. As long as the game won, we can win every game by 1 point. We can win every game 21-14, and I wouldn't give a damn. As long as we won, we can win a Super Bowl. You know, it's a team sport thing. Tim McCarthy, Dallas head coach next week. Good luck with your channel. House Nelson, thanks, man. I hope you stick around and keep watching, man. Like I said, I'll be putting it out there. So, man, you know, I love seeing all you guys come back. Y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe. Stay with your boy through the offseason. I'm gonna be doing collab with Cowboys, Giants. We're gonna have an NFC East collab going on here. All off season too. We're gonna be discussing free agency and draft picks for our teams. You know, so it's definitely gonna be worth sticking around, no matter what team you're from. We're gonna be covering the whole NFL this offseason. Definitely gonna be covering a lot of Eagles. We're gonna be covering bases on everybody. So y'all stick around. Yeah, can we put the blame on Tampa Bay and Tom Brady for the Eagles' loss? Right? They did their job, that's for sure. Gannon, Eagles, DC next week. I hope not. I hope somebody else picks them up, the head coach, and we can try it again. For real, for real. I really don't want to see Gannon unless he goes this offseason and realize he can't come back with that same scheme. And, you know, most coaches that are setting their schemes like that, they don't try to change it. So, I hope not, man. But we shall see. We shall see. But remember, Hurts is 13th overall. See that number 1-3? 13th best quarterback this year, guys. Give him a break. See what he does next year. And we can discuss it. You know what I'm saying? We're definitely discussing next year. When it comes around, if he's not better, we're going to give it to him. For now, he had a good season. Not great, but a good season for his first year starting. And we're going to ride with him until next year and, you know, build this team up and see how much better we can get. So, shout out to all you guys. Like I say at the end of all my videos. Let's see. Hold on real fast. Where is that at? Where is that at? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. So shout out to all you guys. Have a great Eagles day. And I'll see you guys at 6 p.m. Like I always say, fly, Eagles, fly. Till next time, this Bird Gang 31. Thanks for kicking it with me this morning. We out. Peace.